They took a very large stone and rolled it in front of that tomb. That tomb was so heavy, that stone was so heavy that not any ordinary person could get inside of that tomb by removing that stone. Even beyond that, the governor, Pontius Pilate, he put the stamp of the government on that stone, meaning that nobody was authorized to touch that stone on penalty of death. These women who were on their way to this grave site, they had some concern about the stone in front of this grave. You see them in Mark chapter 16 and verse 3. It says, as they walked, they said, who among us will be able to remove the stone? Who can move that stone? They got sad because they couldn't understand who could remove that stone. But that's what happens to us sometimes. Sometimes our circumstances dictate what we think about God. So because we've been down in our circumstances, we imagine that God is no longer able. But I tell you, our God is capable of doing what is amazing. He is capable of making the impossible possible. We sang a song, and some of the lyrics of that song says, we serve a God that specializes in the impossible.